Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a shop my stash. We're going to go through the products that are in here. They have been in here for maybe 10 days already. I'm going to pull some stuff out and then we're going to go ahead and shop my stash for items to use for I don't know how long. Like new items to use, but I'm actually not gonna pull anything from my new makeup drawers. I'm gonna try and pull stuff like older makeup from my collection. Let's go ahead and get started with the items that are already in here. I do have this Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder. I use it as a finishing powder and I do really like it. Has a really nice sheen to it. It's kind of like an hourglass powder. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. This Too Faced banana powder, I use it for under my eye, and the day that I use it, it kind of made my concealer crease. I don't know if it was the concealer or that or what. Dermablend loose setting powder, this is the original. I had to be kind of very careful with this. One of the days I use it, my foundation looked really light, like extra light. I don't know if I used too much or what, and I used it with this puff, so like picked it up and pressed it onto my face. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. I'm not gonna declutter it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out from here. And then the last one, the last powder I had in here is this Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. This is the original powder, like the original Mineral Veil. This actually had a little bit of a tint to it. I'm not sure if I was supposed to use it as a finishing powder or if it was if it is supposed to be used as a like a setting powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. I need to play with it again as a finishing powder. I used it as a setting powder and it was a little bit too tinted basically. Okay, moving right along. For concealer, I have this not Too Faced, e.l.f. I couldn't think of the name. e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Peach. I think I'm gonna go ahead and exchange this. I'm gonna take it back to Walmart and exchange it for a little bit darker shade. I felt like it's too light. Like I used it under my eye, and because it's a little bit too light, it just did not cover as well as I wanted to. It kind of just emphasized my bags under my eyes, especially like the days that I don't sleep very well. I'm gonna go ahead and exchange it for a little bit deeper shade. The Makeup Forever, I guess we should talk about the concealer. And then again, for the next shop my stash in a row, I did not use this NYX Born to Glow concealer, so it's gonna stay in here, and this is in the shade Natural. Makeup Forever blush and highlighter duo. This guy is so beautiful. The highlighter was absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. I'm really glad that I actually got some use out of this. It's been in my collection for a while and I haven't been using it. This primer is almost empty. Tarte Hampton Weekender, like the contour palette is a contour, it's face palette. I really enjoyed this guy. It was really beautiful. It's the bronzer and the blush are super pigmented. The highlighter was absolutely stunning. I don't know why I hadn't played with this guy in quite some time, so I was really happy that I got some use out of it, and I do really enjoy it. I did really enjoy it. Moving right along, let's do bronzers. I do have two more bronzers in here, and both of them I actually am gonna just go ahead and put back in my collection. This is the Morphe Glam Bronze, and the shade is Icon. It's really beautiful, very easy to blend. And then this Wet n Wild bronzer in Queensland. I had to go very light-handed with this. I'm not very tan, so I had to go very light-handed with this. But actually, it looked really nice. I was pleasantly happy with that. So we had a couple of blushes. I had this Buxom Mykonos, the Wonderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade is Mykonos. Absolutely stunning. I'm so happy I finally picked that guy up, and the same with this guy. I finally used it, this Bare Minerals blush. This is the Bounce and Blur in Mauve Sunrise. Oh my god, this looked so pretty. It's super natural, just blended into the skin. Wasn't like, you know, it's that kind of like cream to powder formula, so it just blends into the skin. Like, it doesn't leave any texture or anything like that. Really happy with this guy. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to pull it back into my stash pretty soon again. For highlighters, I had the Laura Geller highlighter in Peach Glow. This is one of my favorite. I like all of her highlighters that are like this. And this one I also really like. And this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Nuance. Again, this is really beautiful highlighter. I mainly concentrated my brush into this one, especially the days that I used that Bare Minerals blush. They went really good together. Some other days I swirled my brush all over, but mostly with this shade. And okay, it survived. It didn't break. It's beautiful. I really, really like it. And the formula is just amazing on these. Not much back there. Not much over here either. We have, yeah, same stuff from week to week. Oh, I pulled in this Bite Beauty foundation. Is it? Yeah, it's Bite foundation. Last time I actually used it twice, and I think I could get like 1 or 2 more uses. One at least, maybe 2 more uses. I love this foundation. It's something that is on my Sephora whenever they have their spring sale event. I'm definitely picking it up, and I got the shade L. This is the shade L40. These are staying in here. I use this Becca like under eye brightener. Sometimes occasionally under my eye when I remember. I really like it, so I need to just use it more often because it really works. Most days I just forget. So there's that. Let's go ahead and talk about these foundations that are in here. And then I have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. This is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to go ahead and pull it back into my collection. And then these 2 foundations. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the Dewy Foundation. And this is in the shade Buff Bisque, which is light, medium, neutral. I don't know. I don't know if this is like, one day I used this guy and it felt like too light on me. One day it was just like perfect. So I don't know. I think the day that I felt like it was too light is the day that I used that Derma Blend powder. So I don't know. I mean, I'm typically light to medium. I'm not a medium, like I'm not a especially this time of the year, I'm not that dark. So I don't know. This is another thing that I think I'm gonna have to go to Walmart. My light is just acting up. Don't die on me. I think this is something that I'm gonna have to go to like Walmart, get another shade. Maybe this is something that I'll have to mix 2 shades. I don't know. Or maybe I just need to get another shade and then maybe have to return this one. Sometimes I nail my shades, sometimes it just is difficult. And then the other foundation that I had in here is this Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow. And I have the shade 30, which is Fresh Honey. This just looks absolutely stunning on the skin. It's really flawless. It's definitely full coverage. It does have a scent to it, but they only have 4 shades of this foundation. Part of me is like, I really like it. I like to use it. Part of me is like, maybe I should just go ahead and get rid of it. So I don't know. I think if I were to do like a makeup, if I need like a full coverage makeup, this is stunning. But for day to day, this is a little bit too much because it's definitely very full coverage, but it looks absolutely flawless. So I don't know. And for having only 4 shades in the range, I mean, it's good for some people, but it's not good for a lot of people. And I guess I don't do tutorials, so does it really matter if I have a shade that not everybody can get, or if I have this foundation that doesn't cater to everybody? I don't know. For setting sprays, I'm going to go ahead and put this guy back. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the Matte Finish Setting Spray. I use it only like once or twice. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back. I want to concentrate more on like the setting sprays that are in my project pans. I'm not going to worry about finishing that one. Once I can finish some other ones, I'll roll that guy in. And this guy, All Nighter, again, it has a different setting spray in it. It has the Too Faced that Unicorn Glow setting spray. I call it Unicorn Glow. What is it called? Oh, the Festival Refresh. I dumped some of this guy in here just to avoid having so much shimmer, and I'm getting some use out of it, so I'm gonna keep it in here. For lip products, I'm gonna go ahead and pull all of these out. Well, actually just these 3 out. And this was for one of my March rolls, which we'll talk about at the end of the video when I show you the rest of the lipsticks. But Pat McGrath Major Red, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy out. Actually, I kind of want to keep it. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this guy in. Why not? I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this Patrick Ta, the Major Glow Lip Shine, whatever in the shade. She's expensive. And this Bobbi Brown, I kind of want to keep it because I actually really enjoyed it, and I tend to use something like this a lot. I think maybe, do I want to keep it in here? Or do I want to pull it out? I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm keeping all these lipsticks. And then this guy was in my March lipstick roulette. I'll do a swatch for all of them at like when we put everything back in here. Let me throw it in here so I don't forget. And then the only thing left are the 2 eyeshadow palettes. I have the Winky Lux Kitten palette. This is a collab with BoxyCharm, or came in a BoxyCharm. I did really enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into my collection. Today I did a look, this in the crease, this all over the lid, and just kind of like spotlight with this shade. It looked really pretty. And then just a little tiny bit of this shade in the outer V. It looked really, really nice. And then the last palette that was in here is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. Again, this is something that had been on my wish list ever since it came out, and I'm really happy that I finally have it. I did do a couple looks of this. Some looks that I just used like 5 or 6 shades. Some looks were just 2 shades, kind of like something like this in the crease, and then something like this all over the lid. Just kind of like depends on if I'm going to work or if I have time to play with my makeup or not. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy back into my collection. Okay, now let's go ahead and shop my stash for makeup to use for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, we're only gonna shop my stash for older makeup that's in my collection. We're not gonna shop for new makeup that I acquired recently. You know, gotta give some love to older makeup. So let's go ahead and get that started. Maybe we'll start with the eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so starting right with the eyeshadow palettes, we're gonna go ahead and pick, maybe I'll pick 2 eyeshadow palettes this time. Well, we do this guy. I think maybe I want to do this one. It does have some blush options, and it does have a bronzer. So it does have a highlight. It does have Mary Lou highlighter. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in. I haven't used it in a really long time. So we'll do this one, and then how about we do one more? Oh, you know what? I haven't used it. Ooh, I missed this guy. I also do miss the Soft Glam. Do I want to do Soft Glam, or do I want to do the Honey? Maybe we'll do Urban Decay Honey. Urban Decay Honey, Urban Decay Cherry. I haven't used it in so long. Let me see. What are the shades in here again? They're kind of, I feel like they're kind of berry. Like this is berry tone. We're gonna go ahead and do the honey. Honey. Yeah, let's do the honey one, okay? There we go. 2 eyeshadow palettes for the week. I don't know if I'm gonna pull in anything else. I don't want to have too many eyeshadow palettes. I think those 2 are pretty good. So let's go ahead and pull in a foundation. Okay, for foundation, I'm gonna try to work a little bit on my, I have 2 in project pans, so I'm only gonna pull in 1 foundation. I'm not gonna get too many, just so I can use, the other ones. And let's see, I think, I haven't used either of these in a long time, and they're the same. I really like this formula. I just have it in 2 shades. I have it in 2.16 and 2.18. One is light with a warm golden undertone, and one is light medium with neutral undertone. You don't know. What am I closer to now? Maybe I'll just go ahead and pull both of these in. If I need to mix them, I just had to kind of mix them. Yeah, I'm gonna pull both of these in, but they're technically one foundation. For concealer, I do have the one that I haven't used yet, the NYX. I do want to pull in one more concealer, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and do. How about we do this? Should we keep it both NYX? How about we do, I was gonna say, how about we do this NYX one, and the other one is NYX though. So, or I could do, maybe this guy? The Revolution, the Candid Concealer. This is in the shade Biscuit. I'm gonna go with my initial choice. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in the NYX one. This is NYX HD Concealer. This is in the shade 3.5. So for powder, I think I would like to go ahead and pull in, let's pull in one of those Maybelline Loose Fit Me powders. Fair or Fair Light? One is 0. Maybe I don't know. Fair or Fair Light? Yay. Let's do the shade 10, Fair Light. I don't know. I don't know if the other one is too light or not. So we'll do that one for loose. I want to do for a finishing powder. Oh, I think for a finishing powder, I'm just going to use my La Prairie. It sits on my vanity. I'm going to pull that in for a finishing powder. I would like a couple more options for powder. Knowing me, I do love powders. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in a couple more. Well, we tried this guy again, the Sexy Mama Anti-Shine Translucent Powder. Try to use this guy as a setting powder. We'll do this one. And I think maybe that's it for, yeah, I think maybe that's it. I'll, how about a yellow powder for under the eye? No, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in my my powders. I'm gonna concentrate on using the powders that are in my project pan. So I think that's it from here. Do we want to do a single shadow? Okay, so for a single shadow, I need to film a declutter here. This is a little too much. Which one is this? What's the shade name? Oh, no, it's not Moon Crystal. Where are the shade names on these? Oh, Tiger's Eye and Magic. I think maybe Tiger's Eye would be really pretty with that that palette. Or let me see, have this one. It does have really pretty shades. And then we got this palette. Oh, this is so pretty. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in. It's kind of like it's a purple with a little bit of a gold shift. I think this would look really pretty with the Honey palette. The gold, greens, and this. I think it will be really pretty with that palette. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this NARS in, and this is in the shade Strata. I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and pull that one in. Though I really like this Charlotte Tilbury shade too, single shadow. We'll do the Charlotte Tilbury single shadow too. This is Nocturnal Cat Eyes to Hypnotize, and the shade is the Huntress. This is stunning. It's a really beautiful shade too. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these two in. Let's go, should we get a face palette? kind of, I mean, maybe my face palette would be kind of contour palette. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so for face palette, so last time I had decided that I'm gonna start rotating through these. I use one, then I move on to the next one, and the next one, until I've used them all. So I think I might skip this drawer because the contour palette that I'm thinking about is in the drawer below it, is in the bronzer drawer. So let's go ahead and do that. Having that in the palm of your hands palette with blushes and a bronzer in it, I think I could skip this drawer. Yeah, I think I can, or I think I should, if I want to be able to use you know, all the products that are in the other palettes, unless I pull in like the contour palette, like the Smashbox contour palette, this guy. I want to do this one. No, I'm gonna pull in the other Smashbox contour palette that I'm thinking about. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the contour palette that I'm thinking, or the face palette that I really want to pull in, it's been a while since I used it, is this guy. This is by Smashbox. This was the Holidays Contour Spotlight palette. Is it 2 years ago? It does have quite a bit of highlights in here, quite a bit of bronzers, and like a bronzer, a contour shade, kind of like an under eye setting, a highlighting shade, and all of these are actually highlighters. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this guy in. This will give me 2 bronzer options, 1 contour option. I'll pull in 1 single bronzer, and then I'll pull in a single blush. And I don't think I need more highlights because this got like a lot of options for highlights. So let's just do 1 more bronzer, and then the bronzer, let's see, we used this recently. This was used recently. These were kind of recently used. What have I not reached for in a long time? Maybe this Maybelline one, the Maybelline City Bronzer. I have it in the shade 200. Haven't used this one in a while. And then the other one, which is a bronzer that I really like, is by Too Faced. It's the Soulmates. This is the Ross and Rachel. So it has the bronzer and a little bit of the blush. I really like the bronzer. I haven't really used the blush that's in here. I think I might I'm gonna go ahead and use the Too Faced one because it's been so long since I used this guy, and I remember I used to really love this bronzer. So I'm gonna pull this in. Okay, for blush, let's see. It's kind of a nice variety in here. There's a pinky, there's kind of a peachy one, there's the Instain, which is a berry blush. So I could go any way I want. I could go, you know, any kind of shade that I feel like. I think I'm gonna go ahead for one of these Charlotte Tilbury blushes because I haven't used them in a really long time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for one of these. I have Love Glow, Ecstasy, and Pillow Talk. Maybe we do Love Glow because that's the oldest that I have. This is Love Glow. This is Pillow Talk. This is the last edition. And then this is Ecstasy, which was a later edition too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for this one. This is the most loved Love Glow. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. I think that's the one that I want to do anyways. These I really like. These are both by Kiko, and I think I have a feeling like they're, well, no, one is Mysterious Pink and one is Coral, but they're both stunning. I haven't used these in God knows how long either. We're gonna stick to the Charlotte Tilbury. And for highlight, I mean, I do have quite a bit of options for highlight, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip the highlight drawer. I do want to be able to use the highlights that are in the contour palette. For a setting spray, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in I like this CoverGirl one. CoverGirl Look Lock Up. I'm gonna pull in this CoverGirl one. And then for primer, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in, I think I wanna do this one. I really like this primer. This one or, this one was pretty good. Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. This one's pretty good. How about we do two? This one and this one, because I could use this kind of like all over the face. And I could use this in the pore area, but I don't know how they're gonna play together because sometimes they start pulling up. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back in the drawer, and then let's come back together. I'll do swatches for you, and then I'll show you the lip products I'll be using. Alrighty guys, I went ahead and put more stuff back in. The La Prairie powder, it just does not fit in here. It's a little bit big. It stays on my vanity, so that's gonna be my finishing powder. I do have the Maybelline Fair Light loose finishing powder for setting all over the face or under the eye. The same with the Sexy Mama by The Balm. This is the Anti-Shine Translucent Powder. I was working on this guy, was it last year? My goal was to hit pan, and as soon as I hit pan, I stopped using it. This wasn't very like anti-shiny. It was nice powder, but I did get shiny throughout the day anyways. And it's in here. For primers, I have the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I do really like this guy. It's very super hydrating. I typically like hydrating primers, even though I'm a little bit on the oily side. I think maybe 1 or 2 uses left in this Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, which is something I do really love. And the Hello Fab Pores Be Gone Primer. I've used this guy previously. I do really like it, so I'm hoping that these will work really well together. For concealers, I have both the NYX Born to Glow Concealer, the Radiant Concealer in Natural, and then the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in 3.5. I don't know if you guys remember when this used to be all the hype on YouTube, but it had a moment. Now it's here. For blushes, bronzers, and all that, I do have the Charlotte Tilbury blush in here. And this is Chic Love Glow, Chic to Cheek Love Glow. You kind of like, it says you swirl. I do like swirling them all together and applying it, all of it, on my face. I don't concentrate my brush in one section, or you know. So there it is. It's a very sophisticated blush. It looks really beautiful on the skin. It can be built up and it looks absolutely stunning. I do really like this blush. For fun, let's go ahead and swatch this blush, which I've never used. I've never even swatched. I think it's a little too pink for my liking, but yeah, that's definitely a cool tone pink. So it barely even shows up. I wonder if it's just gone bad. It wouldn't surprise me. I've had this thing for ages. Well, I think it's fine. It's a little bit too cool tone for me. I might try it. Why not? You know, you never know. And let me go ahead and swatch the blushes that are in the Balm of Your Hands palette. Just these drawers, just they're annoying. Okay, so there's 3 blushes in here. There's Down Boy. It's a shadow slash blush. Frat Boy, same shadow slash blush. And then the last one is Instain. Does it have a Houndtooth? The shade is Houndtooth. So let's do, this is the Instain and Houndtooth. Ooh, that's really pretty. I think this is Down Boy, and this is Frat Boy. Really beautiful blushes. Ooh, I'm so excited to be playing with these. The bronzer that's in here, this is Bahama Mama. I know it's one of the like really popular bronzers from The Balm. For some reason, I mean, I have it in here, but I've never used it. And then let me go ahead and swatch you that Too Faced bronzer. It's a little bit more cool, warm tone, where it's a little bit cooler tone. I really like this bronzer. I'm excited to try Bahama Mama finally. And we'll just go ahead and swatch this highlight, and then I'll show you, we'll do swatches of the Smashbox palette. You know this highlight, this is Mary Luminizer. It's, yeah. So there's that. The Smashbox palette. We'll do the contour shades first. We'll do swatches of those. and then I'll swatch the blushes. So we have the highlighting shade, the bronzer, and the contour shades. I do really love Smashbox face palettes. I really like their formulas. So I think this would be really nice under the eye. Here's the bronzer and then the contour. And let's do swatches of the highlights. Ooh, I have used some of these, but I haven't used them in a while. So, ooh, really pretty. And then let's do the second row, or the third row down, which is more highlights. 1, 2, 3. This guy looks like it has little bit of shimmer, but ooh, that's pretty. I wonder if that's the one. Some of these I know are in their Spotlight palettes. So if you have like the Spotlight palettes, they might be in them. Let me just read out the shades. I believe this is Crank It Up Gold. This is Pink Light. This is Crank It Up Champs. And then I kind of swatch the bottom ones the other way around. So this would be Blow Up Fuse Pearl, Pearls Gone Wild, and Crank It Up Rose Gold. Maybe we'll go ahead and do some eyeshadow swatches, and then we'll move on. Eyeshadow swatches. So there's Matte Russo, there's Alice Cooper, there's Firm, and then there's Matte Reed. So here they are. Ooh, pretty. Oh, Matte Reed kind of a little bit patchy. So let's double that up. Here we go. Really pretty, really nice neutral shades. This kind of looks like it could be a contour shade too. I'm really excited to play with this. It's been a really long time since I actually used this palette. I do really like the Balm Cosmetics. They don't get talked about as much nowadays, but I do really like them. I do really enjoy their formulas. And the other eyeshadow palette is the Naked Honey, which I had in here not that long ago, I know, but I like it and I want to play with it. Here we go. Ooh, I think, oh, I still amaze me how wonderful the formula of the shimmers are. I don't think I played with these shades last time. I don't remember this one or this one. I definitely used this. Which one did I swatch? I swatched Keeper, I swatched Queen, Sting, and Flyby. Alrighty, let's go ahead and keep going through the products that are in here. My camera overheated for some reason, so I had to take a little bit of break. After swatching that Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch those two other single shadows for you. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Nocturnal Cat Eyes to Hypnotize. The shade is the Huntress. It is so beautiful. I love this color. It's got like a gray, green, gold shift undertone. It's really hard to describe, but it's absolutely stunning. I can't wait to play with that guy. And this is NARS. This shade is Strata. I don't even know if they still have this shade, but got a little bit of my hair stuck to it. And that's kind of like a purple with a gold shift. So there's that. I'm excited to use this. This kind of has a sentimental value for me. It was a gift from one of my really good friends. So there it is right there. I think it will pair really nicely with that Urban Decay palette. Just kind of like all over the lid, maybe. So that's it for single shadows, eyeshadows, and whatnot. The other thing in here are the foundations. I put in both shades of the Smashbox Studio Skin, the 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I have the shade 2.16 and 2.18. Both of these are in here. And the setting spray is the CoverGirl Look Lock Up All Day Setting Spray. I do really like that. I remember enjoying it. Now let's go ahead and talk about the lip products. These are all of my March lip rolls, my lipstick roulette for the month of March. Okay, dump it all out here. Why don't I? And let's do all these swatches for all of these lipsticks, and then I'll tell you what is what. Alright, so I went ahead and I swatched all these lip colors on my hand. I'm so excited. I know I can't use all of them in this 1 week, and that's okay. I'm gonna use whatever I can use, and then these are gonna stay for the whole month of March, so I figured I'll swatch them all for you. The first one in here, or over here, is the Rimmel London. This is Kate lipstick, and the shade is 10. Is there a shade name other than shade 10? I don't think so. So this is shade 10. Right next to that is this guy, which is a liquid lipstick, and this is by Jolie Cosmetics, and this is the shade Amore. God, it's so hard to read these little things. This is the shade Amore. Actually, I used this guy today. It's beautiful. Right next to it is by NARS, and this is the shade, I want to say Vesuvio. Those are the pure matte lipsticks. I bought this guy from a you know, like these stores in the malls where they sell, they're mainly Buxom, Estee Lauder stuff. They had it there. That's where I bought it. For I think it was like 20 or 30% off. Right next to it is the Bare Minerals. This is the shade Strip. This looks like a wonderful everyday just lipstick. It's really pretty. Looks very easy to use too. So I'm excited to wear this guy. Right next to it is an Ofra liquid lipstick, the long-lasting liquid lipstick, and that's the shade Laguna Beach. Really pretty. I'm excited for that one. Right above that is CoverGirl, and this is the Melting Pout Matte in Coral Chronicles. I remember when I used this guy forever ago. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a little bit drying on the lips, but all liquid lipsticks I feel like are drying. Right next to that is the lip liner, and this is Ruby Woo by MAC. Right next to it is Hush Hush by Buxom. This is like the lip crayon plumping lip liner, and the shade is Hush Hush. Right over here is the crushed oil infused gloss from Bobbi Brown in the shade Free Spirit. This came from Octoly, free for review purposes. Right over here is oh, and I just dropped out. This is MAC, and this is the Flat Out Fabulous, the Retro Matte lipsticks. Look at this color. It just screams spring. Hopefully I can pull it off. Right above it is by Neutrogena, and it's the Moisture Smooth Color Stick. Oh, I got it kind of stuck in my lip gloss, and this is the shade Pink Grapefruit. I remember Emily Noel used to rave about these, and that's when I bought mine, and I use it maybe like 2 or 3 times. Right next to it is another Neutrogena, and this is the Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine, and this is in the shade Radiant Rose. It's funny, this month I rolled both the Neutrogena products that I have. Those are the only 2 Neutrogena lipsticks I have. Right above it, which looks a little funky right now, but it's actually really pretty on the lips, is the Pat McGrath Flesh 4 Lip Gloss. I'm excited to wear this guy. Probably will go really well over like a nude lipstick, but I don't have a nude lipstick this month, you know, other than this one, but I do like the formula of that. So right above it is the number 7 High Shine Lip Gloss, and that's the shade, what shade are you? What shade are you? What shade are you? Is there a shade name? I don't know. If there's a shade name, I don't have it. That's number 7 lip gloss. It's so pretty. It has like little sparkles in it. And right here all the way on top is the Pat McGrath Major Red the Luxe Trans lipstick. Those 2 were not in my March roulette lipsticks, but I kept them in here because they're really pretty and I want to use them some more. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shop My Stash. I know we didn't pull in any new items, but sometimes just gotta take a break from you, use what we have, show some love to some products that we haven't used in a while, or I haven't used in a while. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing so you can always catch my Shop My Stash videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!